New information to bring you now on the BP oil spill. Internal investigators now think they may know what may have caused the deadly oil well blowout that has wreaked havoc in the Gulf of Mexico. Chris Gutierrez is in Venice, Louisiana to explain how gas may be to blame. Hello, Chris.
Hello, Brian. Yeah, 3 men working on the Deepwater Horizon rig 18 days ago say that they think it was a methane gas bubble that shot up their drilling pipe and then exploded. BP has not confirmed that's what caused this explosion, Brian, but we know today it's definitely something they're investigating. Meanwhile, BP is keeping a close eye on that large containment dome we've heard so much about. 100 tons, is 40 feet tall, and it is now over the main leak at the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico. This is BP's short-term solution to this leak. They say if it works, it could contain up to 85% of the oil that continues to leak into the Gulf of Mexico. Meanwhile, if we come back live, we want to put it in perspective because the government has now closed off waterways from the South Pass of the Mississippi River east to south of Pensacola, Florida, and that means a lot of these fishing boats are sitting idle today, Brian, because they can't get out and do their jobs. And what does that mean? That means a lot of fishermen, shrimpers, and oystermen are without work right now. They need a lot of help, Brian, and they're keeping a close eye on what's going on down there at the bottom of the Gulf.
Now, Chris, I know you got the chance to tour by air with Governor Jindal of Louisiana. What did you learn from that, and what did he learn from that?
His concern is that oil sheen, the thin stuff, is really getting close to the marshlands. In fact, we went up with him so he could get that aerial first-hand perspective. And I tell you what, when you're up that high and you get a better picture of the vast area, the wetlands, and all of those backwater canals, you really get a sense of how big this problem could be. Here's how the governor put it.
As you saw firsthand, once it gets in the wetlands, it's so much harder to clean up. It makes these fish populations that much more vulnerable to damage. That's why we're working so hard to keep it out in the first place.
You know, they really need to keep that stuff out, Brian, because as one official told me, if it gets into the marshes, it could take decades to clean it up. Brian, back to you.
Chris Gutierrez on the job down in the Gulf watching the latest on